I'm just like a residential real estate appraiser. So I could chill out a little bit or stand to chill out a little bit. And I remembered one of my favorite ways to control your breath, and that's Nadi Shodhana. And so I'm going to show you guys how to do it this morning. And some of you guys might already know how to do it. But the thing is with Nadi Shodhana, normally we cue it and we use our fingers on our face and all this other stuff. But I'm going to show you also how to do it. We're going to start that way. And then we're going to drop our hands and do it naturally. And I'm going to show you that you're more able to control your breath than you think you are. So first of all, let's just come to a comfortable seat and sort of check in with yourself. Close down your eyes, bring your awareness to your breath. And don't change your breath because we're going to change it here in a minute. But just notice where it is right now. Notice if it's fast or slow, smooth or choppy, deep or shallow. And no judgment. Just notice. And then begin to deepen your breath. Fill up all the way down to the pelvic bowl. Fill up the belly and the ribs and the chest and the shoulders with breath. On the exhale, grow taller and allow your shoulder blades to melt down the back. Inhale the ribs in 360 degrees. Fill the entire torso with breath. On the exhale again, grow taller and melt the shoulder blades down the back. Continue these long, slow, deep breaths just like that. And we're going to get right into our Nadi Shodhana. So take your peace fingers and place them between your eyebrows, so your third eye center. Then place your, and by the way, you're using your right hand. Then place your right thumb over your right nostril. And just let your pinky finger and your ring finger hang out for a moment. So this is going to be our setup, and we're going to move our ring finger and our thumb. That's the only thing that's really going to move in Nadi Shodhana. So close up the right nostril with the thumb and inhale through the left nostril. And then close the left nostril with the ring finger, open up the right nostril and exhale. Inhale through the right. Close it off with the thumb. Exhale through the left as you lift the ring finger. Inhale left. Close it off. Exhale the open right nostril. Inhale right. Close it off. Exhale left. Inhale left. Close off the nostril. Exhale right. Now drop the hand. Keep the eyes closed. Inhale right nostril. Exhale left. Inhale through your left nostril. Exhale through your right nostril. Inhale right. Exhale left. Last round. Inhale left. Exhale right. And just sit there for a moment and notice if you've created any different sensations in the body, any sense of relaxation. So our brains are contralateral. When we're operating the left side, we're stimulating the right. And when we're operating the right side, we're stimulating the left. The thing about Nadi Shodhana is the amount of concentration that it takes to inhale and exhale through the right and left nostrils actually activates our prefrontal cortex. And that's the part of our brain that all of our good ideas come from. It's the part of our brain where our compassion comes from. So hopefully that was helpful to you. And I'm going to be cueing that throughout class today because we're going to be in some pretty intense postures. So I'm going to remind you to turn on your Nadi Shodhana breath. And so as you do that, you're going to inhale left, exhale right, exhale left. But I encourage you to do it like any time in your life. So I've been doing that as I get, ants in my pants or a little stressed out at work. And it slows down your breath incredibly. And not only that, it helps me get into the part of my brain that can actually get some work done, right? So let's start class today with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So bring your hands to heart center in a prayer position, Anjali Mudra. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And inhale to chant. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Vibration of the universe followed by a blessing of peace. Nice way to start our morning. All right, so we're going to get right into it. We're going to get right into our hips this morning. So here's the thing about this. We're coming into frog pose, which is an intense posture in real life, and it's an intense posture in our yin practice as well. So I really want you to pad up your yoga mats. I'm going to even make this blanket into thirds and lay it across your entire mat. Cool. So the key in yin, or in any yoga practice for that matter, is to make sure that you're coming to your edge without hurting yourself, okay? Because it's so counterproductive to get so deep that you're holding your breath. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I'm practically doing the freaking splits. And then it sends your brain into a messenger fight or flight. You might as well like go to work. No, we're in yoga, man. All right. So it's kind of like we're doing the splits, I guess. We're coming to our knees and bringing the insides of our knees to the mat, okay? So we're not on top of the kneecaps. Then your calves are directly behind your knees. Feet are flexed. Whoa, this is already a lot for me this morning, okay? So then we're gonna place our prop in front of us, and you can stay up as high or as low as you want, but we're gonna be here for a little while. So I suggest that you get into a space where you're gonna feel comfortable. And then we're just gonna come down to our elbows, if that feels good, or stay up on your hands, that's cool too. And then see if you can find any more room in like splaying your knees out. So you might be able to come out like another 2 inches. Again, the point is not to come down so far that you're like huffing and puffing, right? Okay, so we're gonna do this thing called a PNF stretch. And so make sure your feet are flexed, make sure that your shins are directly behind your knees, okay? This is not the prettiest posture. I thought about maybe cueing it while my butt was facing you, but I thought, oh my God, if I have a hole in my pants, this could be like not pretty on Thursday morning. Okay, so once you get yourself into this place that you want to be in your frog pose, I want you to press your knees into the ground, almost like you're trying to pull your knees together. And we're going to hold for 3, 2, 1, and release. And notice if that gives you a little more room in the shape. Okay, so I want you to go probably not 100% effort, like maybe a 50% effort. We're going to do it again. Press your knees into the earth like you're trying to pull them together. 3, 2, 1, and release. Notice how the release is a little bit easier. Now, in the shape, we're going to do that one more time, okay? So 3, 2, 1, release. And if you don't find any extra room, that's cool. It's no big deal. So if this is really intense, move your torso forward. But if you want to create more intensity, which I do not, you can move your tush backwards toward your heels. And breathe. And we're just going to be here for 10 long, slow, deep breaths. So just find a place of relaxation. So bring your shoulders out of your ears. So we have this tendency to kind of hunch up here. Bring your shoulders out of your ears. And relax the skin on your face and your neck and your jaw. And your tongue just rests at the bottom of your mouth. But getting to that place where now we can do that Nadi Shodhana breath. So let your head hang heavy, that's cool. And inhale through the right nostril. And exhale left. Inhale left, or inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. And just continue that at your own pace. Continuing your Nadi Shodhana breath and letting the rest of the body just sort of surrender into the shape. And if you're come too far into the posture, which I have a little bit, just back out of it a little. My blanket's kind of slippery. We're here for 3 more breaths. And then gracefully begin to bring your legs together. We're going to come into just a brief tabletop position where we're just going to wag our tail from side to side. So gaze over the right shoulder as you bring your hips to the right. And gaze over the left shoulder as you bring your hips to the left. And let's just do that 2 more times. Whoa, that one really gets in there, right? This next one gets in there too. Let's see, I'm just gonna make my blanket give me more space. We're gonna take up a lot of room in this shape. So this is a shoulder opener. And I like to have something behind me, whether it's a block or a bolster or blanket or a pillow, just so that I can find a little more relaxation in this posture. So I'm gonna cue this so that my extended arm is toward you both times. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my little support thing over here. So come to lying on your belly and bring your arms out to a T. And then place your right hand underneath your right shoulder. So bend the elbow and place your right hand under your right shoulder. Make sure that your left arm is coming directly out from its socket. So it's not up or down. You're right at 9 o'clock. And then begin to roll over to your left and press into the right hand to help you do that. So you're now laying on your side with your left arm extended out on the floor. Now, some of you can bring your foot all the way to the ground, and I can, but I can't really find a sense of relaxation here. So I'm just gonna bring my leg up to this prop and allow myself to find a little more space to breathe. So if you're holding on to your breath, maybe roll forward just a little bit more, but if this feels okay to you, invite in that Nadi Shodhana breath. So go ahead, relax the skin on the face and the neck and the jaw. Let the lips be together, but just barely. And begin to breathe through the left. And exhale through the right nostril. Inhale right. And exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. And exhale left. And continue your Nadi Shodhana. We're here for 5 more breaths. And then on your next exhale, go ahead and roll your belly back down to the earth. Holy cow, that's a big shoulder opener, right? And just take a moment to bring your arms back out to a T and just notice the difference between right and left sides. Ooh, doggy. So I'm gonna move my little prop that I like to use for my leg over to the other side. And bring your arms back out to a T. And bring the left hand, make sure that your right arm is coming directly out from its socket. Bring the left hand underneath the left shoulder, press into that left hand and begin to roll the torso open to the left. And you can bring that back foot to the ground if that feels good to you. I actually don't have the space on this side to do it. I actually need my prop on this side, but you do you. Again, if it's too intense, just roll forward a little bit more. You don't want to yank your arm out of socket right away, well, ever. But yeah, if you want to ease into this, you can always find more space. That's the cool part about yin is that we're here for a while. So, you start easy and then, let the body just kind of find its opening. So close down your eyes, relax the tongue to the bottom of the mouth, and invite in that Nadi Shodhana breath again. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. And exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. And exhale left. And go ahead and continue at your own pace. We're here for 5 more breaths. See if you can find relaxation in the rest of the body. So our body wants to hold on to tension when we're doing something sort of stressful like this. So see if you can find a place where you can just relax the rest of the body, almost like I told you, you had to be here forever. Where could you find a little more space? And then check in with the body. If it's if you're crunching up your face or this is causing pain in any way, just move out of it a little bit. This is still therapeutic, even if you're not rolling completely over to your side. It's no big deal. Doesn't make you more enlightened. And then on your next exhale, begin to roll back down to your belly. Oh, yes. And then we're gonna bring our feet together, bend your knees and bring your feet together and just windshield wiper your feet from side to side. So your arms are still out to a T, but I like to call this Lati Dasana. I really don't know what this is, but yeah, just windshield wipering the legs from side to side, just allowing to juice your joints in your hips a little bit more. And then we're going to place our hands underneath our shoulders and gently press ourselves up to a comfortable seat. Whoa, we really got in there this morning, huh, guys? So when I say a comfortable seat, you can fold up your blanket and place it under your tush, maybe use a block, just anything to make yourself more comfortable, because you want your knees to be lower than your pelvis. Anytime your knees are higher than your pelvis, like this, which mine are if I'm not seated up on something, it actually can activate your fight or flight response. You're driving the struggle bus, right, to stay in that shape. So close down your eyes and just bring your hands to the tops of your knees. Cross your legs in the weird way, the way it feels weird. And we just do that because in all your other yoga classes, you probably cross them the way that doesn't feel weird. And so we're going to do the opposite, just to activate the other side of our brain. Then bring your right ear down to your right shoulder. Bring your left fingertips out to the side on the earth, like spider, crawl them out to the side, and just breathe. And then if that feels good to you, go ahead and put your right hand on top of your head to encourage the stretch down the side of your neck in long, slow, deep, nourishing breaths. Maybe you curl the corners of the mouth a little closer to the ears. You can continue to invite in that Nadi Shodhana breath. Maybe turn your chin down to the earth or up toward the sky for these last few breaths, finding that sticky spot. Ooh, and I have one. And then place your right hand on your right ear, push your head up towards center. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So the left ear comes to the left shoulder. Man, I really can use this one this morning. Crawl your fingertips out to the right. And then if it feels good to you, go ahead and place your left hand on top of your head to kind of give it a gentle weight to encourage you a little more deeply into the stretch. Long, slow, deep breaths. Close down your eyes. Invite in that Nadi Shodhana breath. And then in these last few breaths, you can either turn your face or your chin toward the earth or up toward the sky to get into that sticky spot that you feel on the side of your neck. And then press your head back up through center. Let's invite a little movement into our necks. Bring your chin down to your chest. Your spine is very tall and your shoulder blades are melting down your back. And then start tracing smiley faces. So bring your left ear to the left shoulder, your chin down to your chest, and the right ear to the right shoulder, and then back again, down to the chest, left ear toward left shoulder, chin comes down to the chest and right ear to right shoulder. Following your breath, maybe even inviting in your Nadi Shodhana breath here. That really activates your prefrontal cortex because it's like patting your head, and like doing circles on your stomach at the same time. And let's invite in big circles. So if it feels good to you, begin to make circles with your neck in one direction, closing your eyes, controlling your breath. And then as you come back through center, then opposite side. And if you start to feel crunching in your neck, don't go back so far. No crunching in our necks. Come on now. We come here to feel good, right? Hopefully that all feels good. So we're gonna keep your legs where they are, like in your crisscross applesauce, right? But this time we're gonna bring our right foot over the left knee. And then we're coming into a twist. So instead of using your elbow, I want you to use your left hand on top of your right knee. The goal here is to keep the collarbones wide as we turn to the side. So bring the right hand behind you. I'm going to use a block just to give myself a little more height, but bring your right hand behind you and open up the collarbones. Then use the leverage of the left hand on the right knee to open up the collarbones on the opposite side. So the collarbones are wide. You're twisting over to the right. Feet are flexed and grow tall. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can come a little more deeply into the shape, but keep the collarbones wide. You can't come anymore. That's cool. Keep the shoulders down and outside of the ears. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale and twist. One last time. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale and twist. And then inhale back through center. And let's do that on the opposite side. So it's like you're in Sukhasana, crisscross applesauce, but now your left foot comes to the earth outside of the right knee. Let's see. We're going to bring our right hand to the inside of our left knee and bring our left hand behind us to kickstand behind our sacrum. Widen the collarbones, right? And now twist into the shape. Using the leverage of the right hand to pull on that left knee over to the right side to keep the collarbones open, but also to create that twist. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale and twist. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale and twist. One last time, inhale and exhale. And then coming back through center, crossing your legs in the way that feels weird. And then let's come into our Sufi grinds, or as Kate Kelly likes to call them, cobra in a basket. So the spine is tall and just acts as a fulcrum around the pelvis. So you're just rotating in one direction. Keep the shoulder blades down the back, though. We have this tendency to crunch them up toward our ears. Don't do that. Also, if you find like a particularly sticky spot, go really slow. Close down your eyes. Really feel this in your body. I have a pop that keeps going every time on my right side that I don't normally notice in the rest of my life. And that's why we do yoga, is to get inside of ourselves, right? And then let's rotate to the opposite side. Long, slow, deep breaths. So inhaling forward, exhaling back. I invite you, if it feels good to you, to continue that Nadi Shodhana breath. It's a little more difficult here because, it's like you're doing your breath and you're rotating. That's okay. You can give it a shot. Noticing the hips, noticing the body, seeing if there's any sticky spots, and then spiraling up through center. We'll take just a few more movements in a seated position. Bring your shoulders up into your ears like they're earrings, and then just let them drop. You should feel the whole body shake when you do this. Inhale the shoulders up, exhale and drop them. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale up, exhale, let them drop. Inhale up, exhale, let them drop. Excellent. Let's come to our hands and knees. So you can leave your blanket there for just a moment. We'll move it in a little bit, but we're going to come into some cat and cows. We'll move the rest of the props out of the way. So hands are directly under the shoulders, knees are directly under the hips. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, widen the collarbones, tilt the tailbone up toward the sky. Exhale, press in through the hands, press in through the knees, round the thoracic spine toward the sky. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, widen the collarbones, tilt the tailbone up. Exhale, press in through the hands, press in through the knees, round the back, separate the shoulders. And then come to your neutral tabletop for just a moment. And then we're going to come back into our cow pose, but now invite in some organic movement. Maybe look over one shoulder and then the other, or drop the hips back and down and around, whatever feels good to you, and then press in through the hands, press in through the knees in your angry helic wing cat. And invite an organic movement here too, maybe looking over the shoulders or rotating the hips or whatever feels good to you. Nice. One more round just like that, freestyle. So using your cat and cow to invite in that organic movement. Feels so good to get into that, right? So bring your right foot back like a kickstand behind you. So straighten that right leg, straighten the right knee, and just bring your toes to a kickstand, and we're coming into a calf stretch. So at first, just find stillness in this stretch. And breathe. Close down your eyes and actually envision the muscles that are underneath the skin. Long, slow, deep breaths. And then if that feels good to you, and this is enough balance work here, that's cool. But otherwise, bring that foot up, or that leg up to parallel with the floor. Foot is flexed. Bring the hips about 2 inches over to the right so that you can balance off the hips. This could be enough balance for you. Otherwise, bring your left bicep out by your left ear. Reach out like you're reaching to shake my hand. The fingers are bright. And take the wrinkles out of the back side of the neck. So you're looking directly down at the earth. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, crunch the elbow to the knee and round the back. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, grow long. Spiral the pinky toe down to the earth. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, grow long. Best expression of the posture. Exhale, crunch it in. And then return all your limbs back down to the earth into your tabletop position. Other side. So kickstand those left toes behind you and just find stillness. Close down your eyes and just envision the muscles underneath the skin. Enjoy this nice calf stretch first thing this morning. We're here for another breath. And if this feels like enough balance work to you, that's cool. Otherwise, lift that the left leg with a flexed foot so that it's parallel with the earth. Spiral the pinky toe down to the earth and move the hips about 1 or 2 inches over to the left to level off the hips. Again, this could be enough balance work, or reach your right bicep by your right ear. Reach out like you're shaking my hand, fingers are bright. Take the wrinkles out of the back of your neck. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, crunch knee to elbow. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, crunch knee to elbow. Inhale, grow long. Exhale, crunch your knee to your elbow. And then return all limbs back down to the earth. One quick cat and cow. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, press in through the hands, press in through the knees, rounding into your angry Halloween cat. And then moving all your props off of your space. And move into warrior two. So bring your left foot so that your toes are pointing toward the left side of your mat. Bring your right foot so that it's parallel with the back of your mat, and then place your hands on your hips for just a moment and just get into the juicy parts of your hips. Now, in warrior two, no leaning forward, no leaning back. Your torso should be coming directly out of your hip sockets, and the weight is in the pinky side of both feet. Close down your eyes for a moment and just witness the weight in the pinky side of both feet. And then bring your arms out to a T. Scoop the armpits up toward the sky, palms face up. And leave your palms face up this morning as you straighten that front leg. Bring the palms up together overhead, straight arms in a prayer position. Exhale, come back into warrior two. So this morning we're going to leave our palms face up. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Bring the arms together, but keep the shoulder blades down. Exhale, coming into warrior two. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale and exhale. 1 more time, close down the eyes and exhale. And then we're going to move into goddess pose. So bring your feet at 10 and 2 so that they're facing the long side of your mat and your knees are coming out. So we have this tendency to let our knees kind of collapse in this shape. The knees are coming out to the outer edges of your feet. So the weight is still in the pinky side of both feet. And then bring your arms out to a cactus. So open the collarbones. So you should almost be like pinching your shoulders together behind your back and your fingers are bright. And just breathe here for a moment as you get comfortable, if that's the word for it, in goddess pose, right? And then inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms into star pose. And exhale, drop back into goddess. 3 more times, just like that. Close down the eyes. Move with your breath. Exhale into goddess. 2 more times. When you close down your eyes and move with your breath, notice how you can make this a moving meditation. 1 last time. And then we're moving into our warrior 2 on the opposite side. So the left foot comes parallel with the back side of your mat. The right toes are facing toward the opposite side of your mat, and bring your hands again back to your hips and kind of juice yourself into your joints and feel the weight on the pinky side of both feet. Close down your eyes even and really have that feeling of being in the pinky side of both feet. Notice that your torso is coming directly out from your hip sockets. Bring the arms out to a T, scoop the armpits up toward the sky, palms face up. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Hands come together in a prayer position overhead, but shoulder blades are still plugged into their sockets. Exhale, warrior 2. 3 more times, just like that. Close down your eyes. Make this a moving meditation. Moving your breath with your movement. And then bringing our feet back to 10 and 2 on the long sides of our mat. Now place your hands on the insides of your knees or thighs and tilt your tailbone up toward the sky. So it's almost like a cheerleader butt, but make sure that your shoulder blades are not like hunched up in your ears. Make sure that your spine is long. We're going to dip our right shoulder in between our knees. Lengthen the right side of the body. Inhale up, dip the left shoulder. Inhale up, dip the right. Go ahead, close down your eyes. Inhale up and exhale left. Really feel that stretch on the left and right sides of the body. 2 more times each side. Eyes closed, going with your own breath. A little more shoulder action too this morning, right? And then come through center, bring both of your feet so that they're parallel with the short sides of your mat. Your toes are touching, or your toes are pointed toward the long side of your mat, and bring your hands down to the earth. Continue to tilt the tailbone up toward the sky. And your torso is right now parallel with the earth. Take the wrinkles out of the back side of your neck. Keep a slight bend in the knees. And notice that when you tilt the tailbone up toward the sky, you're creating that stretch in your hamstrings. And then, if it feels good to you, go ahead with a long, flat back, continuing to tilt the tailbone up toward the sky. Go ahead and come into a wide leg forward fold. If it feels good to you, you can bring your hands to your ankles and breathe. Keeping the tailbone tilted up toward the sky, keeping that length in the spine. No hunching over. 2 more breaths right here, just like this. Close down your eyes, take your tongue off the roof of your mouth. And then bring your hands back to the earth, bring the torso parallel with the earth. We're moving into Skandasana, so you may need to move your feet back out to 10 and 2. We're gonna bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, flex that right foot. Did I say that right? Bend the right knee, straighten the right leg, flex the right foot. Yes, this should be a pretty intense stretch. Inhale up. Exhale, move over to the right, bending the right knee, straightening the left leg. We'll be here for just a second. 2 more times just like that. Actually, 3 more times just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale down. Or inhale up, exhale down. 2 more times each side. Close down your eyes, moving with your own breath. Last time, each side, exhaling down, inhaling up, and exhaling down. Wow, we're really getting in our heads this morning, huh, guys? Inhale up. Let's do one more brief forward fold, tilting the tailbone up toward the sky. And then we're coming into a yogi squat. Now I'm going to use this little thing that I like to sit on, but you can just squat if you like. I need to relax in the hips more than, and to stretch them out more than I need to like force myself into that. So your hands are at heart center. My hands don't come together in a prayer position at heart center because I have little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. That's cool. I just use my fists instead. But here's the thing, use your elbows to press your legs out because the weight needs to be in the pinky side of both feet. And then just close down the eyes. We're gonna be here for 3 breaths. So turn on the Nadi Shodhana breath. Inhaling right, exhaling left. Inhaling left, exhaling right. Inhaling right, exhaling left. Inhaling left, exhaling right. And then gracefully or not, bring yourself down to your tush. Easier said than done to come into this gracefully, right? Bend your knees and place your feet down onto the earth. Place your palms face up toward the sky. Pinch your shoulder blades together on the back to widen the collarbones, and then begin to lay yourself down like a string of pearls onto the earth. Yes, with control, right? Bring your knees into the chest, flex your feet, give yourself a big old hug, bring the nose between the knees, come up into the smallest ball you've ever been in, squeeze your face and your neck, squeeze your fingers and your toes, squeeze your knees and your arms, squeeze, 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 and then exhale. Let yourself just flop open into your sweet, sweet Shavasana. Pinch the shoulder blades together on the back so that your heart is the highest place on your chest. And just let your feet flop open, your arms flop open in your sweet, sweet Shavasana. Eyes are closed, losing all awareness of your breath. Just breathe naturally and know that I will keep track of the time and guide you out. And begin to invite in the deepest breath you've taken all day long. Feel the pressure of the backside of the body against the earth as you feel the belly rise, and begin wiggling the fingers and the toes, rotating the wrists and the ankles. And stretching the arms long overhead, toes in the opposite direction into a big cat stretch like you just woke up this morning. Bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a big old hug. Maybe even rotate the knees in a clockwise and counterclockwise direction to give yourself a little gentle sacral massage. Keep the eyes closed and the gaze internal as you roll onto your right side into a fetal position with your bottom arm acting as a pillow. Bring to mind all the people and things in your life that are benefited from when you're in this state of mind, body, and breath. Continuing to keep your eyes closed as you press your left hand into the earth in front of the heart to gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat facing my voice. Your spine is tall. Your gaze is internal. Shoulder blades melt down the back and the crown of the head reaches toward the sky. Hands come to heart center, Anjali Mudra in a prayer position. Maybe even curling the corners of the mouth a little closer to the ears. It's truly been my honor to guide you through your practice this morning, the bright and brilliant light that shines in me